Hey, Clint here, Crimson Landscape here. Talk about your outdoor living design. All right, let me go to the high level. There we go. This is it. We're modern Texas design. Kind of comes together with big backyard Texas outdoor living. So your pool's big. You got a really large pool. So a large pool means a large deck. So I'll create a few unique spaces. Fire pit space ties into what you kind of already have. Have this lounge space in the middle with chairs. Have this sun tanning ledge deck space over here. The hot tub spa space here. Then of course the main outdoor living space. This makes sense for the main outdoor living space. I lined it up with these concrete pads. The gaps in the concrete are called leave outs. We can use river rock or gravel. I have lights, which I'll show you in a minute, are in the gaps. You can see how it lines up with the back of the house. Then does a dog leg to the right and traces to the door. Then on the right here, it lines up to that little bar area we talked about. Not required, just an option. This was a really goofy space in terms of trying to find something for this space to be used for. So I just kind of filled it in with a little bit of concrete for a little standoff and for a little walk path to get to a little bar area. So if you want to set drinks or whatever. Okay, let me turn this way, let you see it this way, zoom in a little bit. It's a neat design. I like this design. I would say if I had to say a drawback to the design, it's a smidge busy from overhead, but from the ground it looks nice and pretty. I think this will bring a lot of architectural detail to the space. It'll definitely make your backyard look more luxurious. I would say the only drawback would be really if weeds get in the river rock, you may have to spot spray weeds as needed. That's probably about it. Probably a smidge more maintenance than just if everything was one big concrete pad. All right, let me turn this way. Okay, again, look at the fire pit from this direction. This is a tanning ledge area with, I'm sorry, a tan deck, not ledge, for a couple chairs because you want to face west. This chair's face west. You want the western sun. Then this is a unique space in the middle. So right now your back of your house is a little lower than your pool. So turf does a really good job of overcoming some grade elevation differences, and I can hide drainage underneath the turf. You wouldn't even know it's there. And the main reason I did the turf is it connects to the pool nice and easy, as well as we can make pet-friendly turf. You can use it for something like cornhole or bocce ball or something like that. And it transitioned nice. So if the elevation is different, I can transition it with the turf. You wouldn't even notice it. If you don't like the turf, you want to look at something else, we certainly can. I just didn't want to overdo the concrete in this design, but I certainly can make it bigger. In the next design I'll show you in just a second, you can see how I overcome that little gap there. Okay, on the hot tub location. I believe I think this pad is 11 foot by 11 foot. It's a good size pad. This is a way oversized hot tub. This hot tub here is way bigger than normal. Most hot tubs are going to be 8 foot by 8 foot. You just have to figure out which one you like the best. Give me the dimensions and we can place it in the software. I didn't put the privacy walls on this structure for the simple fact is I wanted you to be able to see it. There's a few rules and things we got to do with the hot tub to make sure we accommodate the installation of the hot tub. Like we have to have we want the power to run in the back. We want to make sure the power cord's long enough because the controllers in the front, they have to wire in the front. There's little nuances. We've done this so many times. We know to set the spa company up for success. Overhead lighting and ceiling fans are a non-starter. You can't have them on anything above water, but we can do low voltage lighting above it or in the structure if you want lights for around the spa. I don't have any lights around my spa. I just have lights in my backyard for ambiance, and we use the spa light for our lighting. We can add synthetic glass to the top of the spa as well if you want to make sure the spa to help block out some of the UV light, as well as if you want the spa to stay dry. Not required, it's just an option as well. Okay, let me turn this way. Line it up this way. So steps would line up with the spa in the front, and the way I get in my spa is on this side right here. So that's where my steps are. You're welcome, like I said, and I think I mentioned already, you can come to my house and check it out and see my spa, check a look at my structure and see how I did it, see my turf. Let me turn this way. We'll pull power from this area. We'll run over to the spa. You see everything lines up symmetrically. This matters. If you're a very symmetrical person, it matters. Okay, let me zoom out at a high level, let you see it at a high level. Let me switch over to the nighttime. This is the wrong color light. Sorry. Excuse me. So our lights are low voltage LED. They're RGBW lights, meaning they're color changing lights. There's a couple flavors. There's one flavor where you take your remote control, you walk up to each light, and you can dim it, make the light brighter. You can make the light a different color. So if you want light blue for ambiance, if you want red for, I think Lovejoy's red and black, if I'm not mistaken, it's for, red for school colors, you can do that. This is a 5000K color tone. The lights are going to be 3000K, as the white would be 3000K. So that's the wrong. I always forget to change them. The default is 5000K. That's more the default color. The other option is with the lights is there's a smart transformer and smart lights. It costs a little bit more. Actually, the lights cost a lot more, and you can control it from your phone. So if you're a gadget guy, you want some cool gadgets, we can do that. Or if you want some outdoor speakers, we can do that as well with a subwoofer. So option as well. All right, let me go back to daytime. Okay, so that is option number 1. Let me show you option number 2. This is option number 2. All right, so this is just basically one big deck. So add some curves to it. I did this one in pavers. It's just gonna lay it out the way you think makes the most sense for everything. Still have that little kitchen area over there. Then the concrete or pavers just come out and follow a pattern. We just fill the space in nicely. The cost, this one obviously, if you do straight concrete, this would be cheaper than the other version. If you did straight concrete, if you did pavers, this would be more because pavers certainly cost more. By pavers, I mean concrete pavers. I wouldn't do travertine. If we did concrete pavers, I would do a simple color. I wouldn't do like a busy color because your pulled deck coping is a bit busy with that flagstone. So let me show you what it would look like if we did a straight rock solid concrete. Let me change this to soft. There we go. So if you just wanted one big pull deck, we could do that. Deck drains would be hidden in there. We can make it bigger, shorter, wider. Entirely up to you. Let me turn this way. I'm definitely a fan of the other one just because the other one looks very luxurious. We just have to make sure the squares and rectangles make sense in how you want to use it. All right, let me pause here. I'll send you the video. Look at it. Send feedback. Let's jump on a Zoom call. Make some real-time changes. Then we can get you some pricing. If you're a first-time guest seeing one of our videos and you want some more information, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com.